Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to another period vlog on my channel. So it is the, what the hell is it, 18th of March. My period came kind of right when I expected it to come. I thought it might come yesterday actually, but I wasn't entirely sure because I've been like having on and off cramping for a little while. You know, this is usual for me in the lead up to my period to get cramping a little bit beforehand. But today I woke up and I actually feel really rough today because I didn't get to sleep till like 4 AM yesterday. I don't know why, I just was not tired. I went to help out at my old dance school yesterday with some of the rehearsals they were having, which was really nice for me to go back and see. And there were so many of the old girls sort of turned up there, like the alumni. It was really weird. We weren't planning it, it just happened, and it was really great to kind of see that. So I guess I was in like a good mood, and that kind of, the adrenaline probably was keeping me up a bit as well. But yeah, like I turned my light out earlier and I just lay there. It was like, I am not tired. I just need to get my laptop out again. So yeah, it wasn't till like 4 or 4:30 that I fell asleep, and then I got woken up by a call at 10. So I probably had just under 6 hours sleep, which is kind of like my borderline of being okay or not. But I did go out this morning. I got a brand new dungaree dress actually that I've been really wanting to. Let me get it out and show you. So here it is. It's a red dungaree dress from Tommy Hilfiger, and I am absolutely in love with it. I've been wanting a dungaree dress for ages, and I just thought this one was so cute because it's a bit different. I've not seen a proper bright red one before, so yeah, really excited to try that out. So I went into my local town early this morning with my mum, originally because I actually have a whole load of denim. We got it out. Like this bag here is just full of denim stuff, like cut up shorts from when I made these shorts last year, when I was doing like patchwork stuff, and I wanted to make like a patchwork dungaree dress as well, but they didn't have anywhere in my town these sort of dungaree clips or the adjusters, so I think I'm gonna have to order them online or make something else with the denim stuff. I haven't quite decided yet. I couldn't get the buttons as well that I need either, so all in all wasn't very successful. Did at least get food, but I just felt like, oh, really, like I was getting hot really easily and just shivery. It didn't feel good at all. I tried to get out and walk a bit, but yeah. And the cramps were kind of really starting to get going, so I was pretty sure it was coming today. I have taken some ibuprofen because they were getting quite bad. Been to the toilet, always helps as it is. And now I'm going to have a hot water bottle in my stomach. So I'm also going to make myself some ginger tea. I've just got 2 pieces of ginger that I've cut here and some water that's boiling a little bit here. I've turned it down now, and actually I'm probably going to put it on to like 3 or 4. You just want it to basically simmer but not be completely bubbling over the top. And I'm also going to add in some agave syrup. It's just cheaper than maple syrup. You could use that as well. About a teaspoonful of agave syrup. I really like this to be sweet. In fact, I can't have it unless it is really sweet, which is why I put a full teaspoon in. And I'm just gonna give that a little stir and then leave it to simmer for about 10 minutes. I accidentally forgot to set a timer, so this is how much ginger tea I'm left with. It's actually okay. It looks real better than usual though, actually leaving it steeping for longer. I left it on for 40 minutes. It's supposed to be 10. Well, it's supposed to be 10, and then you just sort of let it steep for another 5 minutes, I think. So it's just going to be really strong ginger tea. I might have to add some extra water to it, but I don't actually like the ginger tea. It's just supposed to be really good for like your period, and specifically for reducing the amount of blood flow as well. Given that I've been taking fennel, which can increase it, it's a good job to take it. And while we're on the subject of like medicine or supplements and stuff, I do want to mention, so this month I've continued on with the fennel. I've been taking that for the full month, and the regular things that I've taken I've spoken about before, won't go into them. The other thing I have is my mum happened to meet someone that sells CBD, and she is like I guess like an expert on CBD, but she knows it really, really well, and has this brand that she says is really good. So I'm not going to like obviously show you how it works, but I will just quickly show you the pen. If those of you who are interested in trying CBD, why is this not focusing? There you go. It's called Canaway. And I found it really, really good. It's like sometimes when you use a CBD vape pen, it can kind of leave you with a funny feeling in the back of your throat, but this one doesn't. And even though it's got no flavour to it, and CBD can be vile, it doesn't taste really that bad at all. It's kind of got like a buttery feeling, I would say, it's got a buttery taste to it, I'd say, which is a bit bizarre, but yeah, no, it's not bad at all. So yeah, if you're interested in it, maybe consider trying that one out. I think it's been good. I've only had it since Friday though, so I haven't had long enough to really try it out for a week to get it into my system to see if it's going to make a difference, but I am using it throughout the day. I just can't show you on here because otherwise YouTube will demonetize me or take the video down like they did on my other channel. So yeah, but anyway, so CBD is something else I'm trying again this month with a new brand, which is a really good pure quality one. Don't have on me right now the exact milligrams and amounts and figures for this particular cartridge, but yeah. Oh, the only annoying thing about it is that my other like pen part doesn't work with this particular one. You have to press a button to make it work rather than just inhaling it, and that makes it work. But yeah, I don't mind the that's the only thing. But the good thing about the CBD vape pens is that they don't have nicotine, they don't have tobacco, there's no smoke or ash or tar, any of that stuff in it. It's just purely the vapor of the CBD, which is good. Just had another bit of a bad bout of cramping. Not really like screaming cramping, but just like really uncomfortable. So I decided to move to the sitting room to see if I could like get a position that like sit up or lie down or whatever, see if moving would make a change. And this is currently the only position that's comfortable. I'm currently watching some BBC Three documentary on my iPhone while I just sit like this, because this is literally the only position I find that's even remotely comfortable right now with my back. Lying flat with like my head up seems to be okay, but sitting up is what's really setting it off. It's a bit weird. So yeah, I'm conscious that I might be leaking though, so I'm gonna have to like change my pad or something, or put on some period underwear if I'm gonna stay like this for any longer. But so far this is working out, and hopefully this cramps die off soon. So now that I'm feeling a little bit better, I decided I'm gonna try and get some sewing done. Like I was saying earlier, I wanted to do this little dungaree thing. I'm gonna have to either order the clips on Amazon or just make it, which I think I'm gonna do, just make it with 2 buttons. With the pressed up buttons, so I've got to be able to find them next. That's my next challenge, but I'm sure I'll be able to pick them up somewhere. So I'm just going to do like the skirt part, which I currently have this old pair of shorts, which I've basically just cut open between the legs and then repinned together, and I'm going to turn this inside out and sew up those edges and see how it turns out. I've not done this before, so I'm quite curious actually. Let's see how it does. But I've pinned them, and I'm going to just mark out the back very accurately. And then put them through this bad boy. Well, I mean, it's sewn. I'm just not sure I quite like how it looks. The front's not too bad, I can fiddle with that, but the back I still like. I need to cut off the excess fabric, but it's just a bit weird. I think I might need to unpick this one and overlap them, and I think I might use the front here. This part looks okay, it's kind of cool. I could put like a patchwork something over this and it'll be alright. I mean, it's a skirt. It is now no longer a pair of shorts, it is a skirt, but I think I can tweak this a bit better. So I've just had a nice relaxing bath to get me ready for bed and, you know, settling down. And then I got into bed and realised that the back of my headboard, you probably hear it, is coming loose. So I've had to dig out an Allen key and see if I can tighten the screws that are holding it in place. And the view under my bed is so horrific, I'm not even going to show you because it desperately needs cleaning. Okay, that Allen key didn't fit. So how many freaking Allen keys are there anyway? I've got to see if I can actually find the one that was originally used for this particular bed, because I kid you not, I have like several pairs. I think it might be this big one. Let's give it a go. Done. Who says you need a man? Good morning, everyone. I can genuinely say I have no idea how much I've slept last night. Oh my god. So I wasn't in pain, but I sort of turned my light out at 2 AM to try and like settle down, and I don't know, I guess I've just been constipated, and it just kept, I think I had this last month as well, but it just kept me waking me up, or I just couldn't get to sleep. Like, so I know I've dozed on and off, but I have no idea how much. It's 9:30 now. I did pull my blind down earlier around like 6 a.m. because, you know, shattered and it was getting quite light. So I pulled my blackout blind down. But otherwise, oh my god, I'm so tired. I don't know how today is gonna go. Fortunately, I don't have any like meetings or anything and I have to go out at all, so I can just sleep for most of the day. But yeah, kind of sucks. I am starting to feel human again. Do you like my little hairstyle up here? Earlier on, I had to jump in the bath really quickly because I was not cramping, but you know, bowel situations can be quite fun when you're on your period, not. So I just wanted to quickly jump in the bath for that, and I stretched my hair up for it. Anyway, as I said before, I'm feeling a bit more human now. It's almost 11 a.m. At about 10 a.m. I took some meds, and I haven't really been able to eat. I've been nibbling on a rich tea biscuit. This is as much as I've managed so far. But I did take an omeprazole to try and protect my stomach, and I've been drinking this stock drink. By the way, this is the best thing if you feel nauseous, which I felt really nauseous this morning. Oh, it's awful. I decided around like 9:30 it was best just to get up because trying to go back to sleep was just making me feel sick as well. It's that awful point you reach with sleep deprivation where you're like, I know I need to sleep, but I feel too sick to do it now. And I've just learned the best thing to do is just get up, wake up, and sleep later on in the day. So I'll probably have a nap this afternoon when it all catches up with me how little sleep I've had. So anyway, doing much better now. It wasn't horrendous, like I haven't been sick or anything. The pain's very much under control. I just didn't sleep well. So yeah, as I said, I think I might have said this though, fortunately I don't have anything urgent today. Just got to do my emails as usual. I was hoping that the new pads, sparkle pads, there's a new sparkle pad prints coming in, and I was hoping they were going to arrive today, but the postman's been and they didn't come in that, so I'll check outside the door as well just to make sure they're not out there. But the factory was supposed to send them to me on Friday, and then they said they'd try and do it yesterday, so it could be today or tomorrow. Fingers crossed it's today, though I need to get these photographs up on the website. I've had loads of you guys asking me about them. They are coming, I promise. I think they're even at like the warehouse, but I've got to photograph them in order to put them up onto the website, so that needs to be done. Yeah, but for now, we're just gonna chill and take it easy. They arrived. Hallelujah. Been needing to get these done for quite some time. So let's get these new prints out. I'm sure. Has that got my address? Yeah, okay. Ooh. Right, you ready to see the 4 new prints? Ta-da! So we have, these are obviously the biggest sizes, and there's one of each of them in here. The penguin print. This blue mushroom print is called Shroomtastic. This bunny rabbit print is just called Bunnies, and this star print is called Starry Skies. I wanted to have another dark one because I know some people quite like the dark prints, and it's very blue but very Eastery because of course we're coming up to that time now. Let's get them open. This Shroomtastic one is definitely one of my favourite prints. I've always loved the mushroom prints, and in fact when I first started out with cloth pads, there was this really good one, I think by Michael Miller, that's like a fabric designer, and it was just, it was one of the first ones I really wanted, and I had like a small amount of it and I made myself a pad, but unfortunately I don't have it anymore. I don't know why. I guess I must have screwed up on it or something, but yeah. Oh, the penguins, super adorable. Actually, if you have a fun name for this one, let me know, because I was trying to think like waddling around or something, and it just didn't click for me. So yeah, might change it if you come up with a good suggestion and give you a free coupon. But the bunny rabbits, I thought this would be super cute, kind of coming up to Easter. Just look at those little rabbits. And the moderate is, oh, the moderate actually has like loads of the bigger ones, so it's kind of like, you know, all little flowers and the cute bunny rabbits. And then finally we have the star print, and these are just the new prints. There's another one that's an older print that's called Colourful Leaves that's been restocked as well. That's already up on the website. Actually, by the time you see this, these will all be up on the website. We have this gorgeous sort of Starry Skies. Well, I actually really like this one. It's simple, but it just works super well, and very generally quite a dark pattern, so it'll do very well. It also looks really cute in its little panty liner too. So I better get photographing then. It's 8:30 now, and I've pretty much just been dozing all day. After those pads got here, I took the photographs, uploaded them. They're all up on the website now and selling well already, which is great. I also got an email earlier today from the I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I was hoping to become a school governor, and I'd applied to a school that was a little bit away, and finally, only took them like 3 months, heard back today that they wanted someone closer, so I hadn't got that particular, they weren't going to ask me to come for an interview for that job. It's not really a job, it's a volunteer role, but like for that vacancy. But straight away the school governor charity that I applied through had another one that was actually even closer, which is better, which I said, yeah, you know, send my application off to them. So they've messaged that, and hopefully I will hear back from them within 2 weeks. And that one maybe should go better. It's much closer actually, so it would be good if it got there. But yeah, I really want to do this. I want to get involved more in like the education side of things, and seeing if like how my partly being at a creative school and partly being unschooled could maybe have an impact on changing school policies and stuff. It'd be quite interesting to see, so who knows. But anyway, that's happening, which is exciting. So I've been kind of looking through some of the schools' profiles and Ofsted reports online to get a picture of how it is there. That arm is like dropping off now. It is, I think I said before, it's 6:30, so I'm gonna have to start thinking about dinner pretty soon. I had a bit of a nap as well around 5 o'clock. And like my cramping came back a bit as well, but it seems to be under control now, which is good. Other than that, chill day today, chill day tomorrow. Just having a little pasta with pesto, some fried mushrooms for a little bit more healthiness, and some vegan yeast flakes, and watching some YouTube videos now. And I've also got to remember, I must not forget later, I've got to pay the last part of like a balance payment for a holiday that I'm going on, which is like a young entrepreneurs retreat that we're doing, but it has to be done today, so I really must do that after dinner and not forget about that, or I will be cancelled, and that would not be good. Also, I'm not sure if I've talked about this before on my channel, but your periods can really affect your appetite. So for a lot of people, like, they'll have really strong cravings, with PMS cravings, and will eat a lot more food. But with me, I find that my appetite actually decreases, usually around the second day. Like the first day I want to eat, but the second day I'm just like, oh, and I just remember that now because I've had my lovely pasta dinner, and I've still got this much left. And I'm genuinely full. Like, I don't feel like I could eat anything else. And this wasn't even like a really full bowl. But yeah, I just feel like, don't want to eat anymore. So that's a fun thing that I'd mention in case any of you didn't know that. Your appetite can change day to day based on your period and can go either way. So it's 1:45 now. I'm actually amazed I've managed to get this far in the day just with a short nap at around 5 PM. So I'm kind of like debating whether or not to have a bath now, and I think I am going to have another one. I didn't really have a bath this morning, I just sort of filled up this full with water and washed and stuff. But I think I'm going to have a nice hot soak in the bath to kind of get me really ready for bed. And then sort of I'll turn the lights out and just sort of come in ready to go to sleep straight away. I think it'll help me get sleepy. I also need to get a drink for my bedside table, but I think the worst of the period is over, so tomorrow should be able to be productive again. I ran out of hot water, so that didn't go to plan. Guess it's just going to bed. Also, I found this really hilarious like post on Twitter originally, and I posted to my Facebook page, but it's basically like a whole bunch of things that confuse Americans that the British do. And one of them, and I didn't realise this, is that you guys don't use the word fortnight. Like, we use it all the time here in Britain. I don't mean like the game fortnight, I mean as in like every 2 weeks. If 2 weeks is a fortnight here in the UK, so if I'm like exercising every 2 weeks, I'd say I exercise once a fortnight. It's just a common word we use here. I had no idea that you guys didn't use it over there. It just seems so bizarre to me. And there are a number of other things as well, but if you want to find it, I put it on my Facebook page. Links always down below in my videos if you want to go and read the whole thing. It's quite long, I think there's like 30 different things in there, but some of them are absolutely hysterical. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Also, what's funny is the British are really well known for tea, and it covers it in that thing actually. And in fact, we drink so much tea, and at a particular point in the day, they have to increase the power in the country because everyone's putting their kettle on to make a cup of tea. How freaking British is that? But yeah, seriously, we are obsessed with tea. I love tea too. Very British. Anyway, it is now midnight, so I am going to read for a little bit and then hopefully go to sleep. Morning. Actually, technically it's afternoon. It's 1:15. I really made up for lost time last night. I'm still acclimatizing, and then I think I'll get up and have some cereal. That was good. Slept right through. This squirrel is like getting its nuts out from where it stored them in literally the middle of my garden. It's 5:30 now. I've literally done nothing all day. Well, I put my hair up in a bun. That's it, literally. I realized I got up about half an hour ago to put my cup in. I'm actually surprisingly crampy for day 3. I thought it was just because I was wearing like some period underwear that had an elastic band that was a bit tight, so I changed out of that and put a cup in. And like usually on day 3 I still have like a wave of menstrual cramps, but it's like one wave, whereas I've been kind of off and on all day, which is a bit unusual. But yeah, I haven't taken any meds today, thank God, because by day 3 I refuse to take anything. Like the cramps I can deal with at this point. They might be uncomfortable, but they're not going to get really bad, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's good at least. I am just, yeah, again, my body clock's been thrown off completely by waking up so late today. I needed the sleep, but yeah, I did wake up really, that has screwed me up a bit. I was planning to get up and kind of get dressed to go out for a bit, but of course I woke up late and I still feel quite tired, and my hair really needs washing as well, as you can probably see. So that has to happen later. But yeah, I'm literally just binging on YouTube. Fortunately, didn't have many emails to do today, so I got that done pretty quickly. And just planning to chillax. There's only one other thing I need to do, but I can do that later on. Oh, and I need to charge the battery apparently. It's just coming up to 9 o'clock now, actually it's 8:40, and I think I've decided I'm going to have a baked potato for dinner with some baked beans. Mainly because I don't really have anything else in the house. I usually have quite a lot of veg that I use up, but I've only got some shiitake mushrooms, some old spring onions, which I'm just going to sprinkle on top of the jack potato with baked beans anyway, which is a very British thing, baked beans on jack potatoes. We've had it since we were tiny. And I think I have a red onion somewhere and a bit of garlic, but that's literally it, as well as a potato. That's literally it, because it's Wednesday now, and on Thursday my April and Cole order comes in, which is like my box full of fruit and veg. So tomorrow I'll have some more vegetables and fruit, but today I currently do not. So I figured I would just do a nice easy meal of a baked potato with the baked beans. So should be good. I am currently doing what I've been doing all day, which is scrolling through YouTube, and I've been playing around with like looking at some new animation stuff and video editing stuff, and hopefully with this video I will have been able to edit it on this new software that I've got, and it looks a bit better. So let me know how you think about that. If I have managed to do it, who knows. And so I've been looking up lots of tutorials and stuff on that and playing around with the software, so hopefully I'll get a hold of it. But I'm also watching a new person, can't talk. Also watching Ashley's channel of Best Dress on YouTube. I've just discovered her. I find her hilarious, and really like her sort of style that she's doing her videos with, so that's really cool kind of inspiration for me. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of her, and also binge watching Shane Dawson's stuff again, because like he's been amazing, what he did last year with his Jeffree Star series and everything. So I've been going through that too, but otherwise very lazy day today. I threw myself completely off, like waking up late this morning. I think I'm going to get myself a good book and try to get to bed as early as I can tonight and wake up at a sensible hour, hopefully in the morning tomorrow. But the cramps have now died down, so not worried too much about my stomach. It's not playing up anymore, which is great. I just had a quick snack, which was they were tofu pockets, I think that's what they were originally called. I got them when I got this Japanese meal on Sunday, which was originally a tofu teriyaki that I wasn't very pleased with, because there's a really good teriyaki that a company called Wasabi does, which I get every time I go into London. I have to go through Waterloo because they have like a little shop in there, and it's just amazing. Their teriyaki sauce is to die for, and this one came and it wasn't quite what I was expecting, so I was a bit disappointed. But I also bought, in order to like make the amount enough to have home delivery, these little tofu pockets, and I didn't really know what they had in them, but it turns out it's just rice, and it was delicious. Wasabi also do this style, but in like a little sushi with it's like sweet tofu on rice wrapped with nori paper, like seaweed, and I love them. Really great. You dip them in soy sauce, and they're amazing. So I hadn't realised that's what it was, and thankfully I ate it up today, because any later and it would have not been good anymore. It was already a bit tough, but it was still enough to fill me up while the jacket potato cooks. So that's what I'm currently doing, and just generally being very lazy. Morning. I did actually manage to wake up in the morning this time. It was 11:30, but still technically morning. I'm finally feeling human again. The cramps have stopped. Still bleeding, but very, very little. Actually, my period this month in general has been pretty light. Well, that was fun. Didn't have to worry about being very heavy or anything, but I've never really had to worry about that anyway. I'm quite lucky on that. It's just the pain that's been a problem. Today is another chill day. There's only a couple of things I might need to do, mainly work stuff, which involves my laptop, and I might possibly go and make some more music with my dad for like background music and stuff. But other than that, nothing else is going to happen. So I think I'm going to end the vlog here, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and check out all the links down below. And as always, if you want to get some cloth pads or menstrual cups, you can check out my website, Precious Stars, link down below. And I will see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys. Happy periods.